cream of tomato soup has been an all-time favorite soup for all age groups, and having the crunchy, crispy croutons has been one of my favorite childhood memories. Let's take a look at how to prepare this soup. For this, we require 5 tomatoes. They have to be ripe and bright red in color, 3 to 4 garlic flakes, 3 to 4 peppercorns, 1 teaspoon Kashmiri red chili powder, 1 teaspoon black pepper powder, 2 tablespoons salted butter, 1.5 teaspoon sugar, 1 tablespoon cornstarch, 1 to 2 bay leaves, 1 tablespoon fresh cream, and 1.25 teaspoon of salt. We'll begin by adding a tablespoon of butter to a pan. Let it melt. Then we'll add 2 bay leaves and garlic flakes. It will be better if you can crush the garlic flakes to get a nice aroma. Saute it for a while. After the color changes a little bit, we will add peppercorns and chopped tomatoes to it. Mix it nicely. Next, we will add around a teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder. Kashmiri red chili powder gives it a desired color. At the same time, it's not very spicy. Later, add a cup of drinking water to the mixture and stir it well. Now allow the tomatoes to get cooked on an open flame for around 10 minutes. Cooking it on an open flame retains the color and the texture of the tomatoes. As we can see, after 10 minutes, our tomatoes have got nicely cooked. We will turn off the gas and allow them to cool down. While the tomato mixture is getting cooled, we will prepare the cornstarch slurry. For this, we will take around a tablespoon of cornstarch in a bowl and add equal quantity of water to it. Mix it to prepare a slurry. Adding cornstarch gives the desired thickness to the soup. Our tomato mixture is now ready to be ground. Remove the bay leaf and transfer the mixture to a mixer bowl. We have to grind it without adding any water. As we can see, our tomato puree is ready. We will now strain the tomato puree. We will discard the unstrained solids. We begin with the final stage of tomato soup preparation by taking a tablespoon of butter in a pan. Allow it to melt and add the tomato puree. After this, we'll add water to adjust the consistency as per our liking. In restaurants, instead of fresh tomato puree, at times they add tomato ketchup or pre-packaged tomato puree. But to get the right flavor, it's always better to prepare it fresh at home. After adding water, we mix it and then add 1.5 teaspoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon black pepper powder, and salt. Mix it once again. Now to adjust the thickness of the soup to give it a restaurant-like consistency, we will add the cornstarch slurry to it. Mix it once again. Then add around 2 tablespoons of fresh cream to it. Adding fresh cream will give it a rich taste. Stir it well Next, we'll cover it with a lid and allow it to simmer slowly on a low flame for around 5 to 10 minutes. One very important thing that we have to remember while preparing a soup is never to cook it on a high flame. You have to keep the flame between low to medium throughout so that the soup doesn't boil. Till the soup is getting ready, we move on to the preparation of croutons. Croutons taste best when they are prepared using white bread. For this, we require half loaf of white bread and 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter. We'll begin by cutting off the edges of the bread slices. Then we'll cut each slice into small square-shaped pieces. We'll take around 2 tablespoons of butter in a pan. Allow it to melt. I have taken salted butter, so I haven't added any extra salt to it. Generally, croutons are deep fried, but I prefer shallow frying them. I'll align the bread pieces on it. Keep your gas setting on a low to medium flame, and after around 6 to 7 minutes, you can flip the side and check whether you've got the desired brown color. After the other side also gets done, we will transfer them onto a tissue paper. Our croutons are now ready. We'll serve the soup while it's hot. You can serve it with a little bit of fresh cream, croutons and a basil leaf. We hope you loved this delicious recipe and thank you for watching.